Hey guys, and welcome back. It's Grant Broggi from Strength Coach, and today I want to talk about time-efficient workouts for the new dad. If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. As many of you know from our vlog a few weeks ago, I had my first baby. That's right. I just sit at home now, drink LaCroix, wear the Massonomics lifting department tee, and talk about everything that there is to know about being a dad, because you know I'm an expert now. I joke, I know nothing, but now that I'm just about a month in, I want to talk about some tips and tricks that I have learned to stay in the gym when you're running low on sleep and probably don't have as much time as you used to get your workout in. We've done some videos in the past on one lift a day or a 4-day split or how to break things up, or maybe we've covered one lift a day inside the 4-day split video. I don't know, I'm running on fumes, which is my point. The first thing that I would tell every new dad that's trying to get into the gym is expectation management. A lot of things have changed in your life. Things are a little wilder than they were before. You're not sleeping as perfectly as you were when you lived in mom's basement and just drank her milk every night. You got to manage your work too, and so the gym becomes a thing that seems almost impossible to get to. This is why in the vlog I recommended that people get a home gym or join a gym close to them. In my case, I joined a place that is a 2-minute walk for me. That brings my commute down. There's essentially no commute. If you're really smart, you have a basement or your garage loaded with Strength Coach plates, and it's literally moments away. If you don't have one and you're thinking about that, or you're still using old Chinese plates, yes, we're doing a Black Friday sale this year. Yes, it'll run for an entire week. The Monday before Black Friday to all the way through Cyber Monday, spend and save deals starting at $500, free shipping on some items you guys might be interested in. So if you're waiting, go ahead and just buy anyway at full price and support a veteran-owned company. Duh. But enough on that. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the details, the programming, the stuff that you guys will watch, go, yep, makes sense, and then never execute. I kid. No, let's talk about what I've been doing and how I've been doing one lift a day. Now, what I'm about to lay out, I don't think I'll run forever, but it's working for me right now, and it's keeping me consistent and making each workout seem very manageable. Being a new dad doesn't have to be the only time to run something like this. Maybe you have stress in your life. Maybe a loved one passed away, a parent, maybe you have a new job and the boss is just really sticking it to you. Remember, Johnny Paycheck said it best, take this job and shove it. Now, some people may say, hey, you need to block out. You need to take care of yourself. You need to make sure that you have that gym time with the bros. I think a little bit differently. I think, how do you spend as little time in the gym as possible and maintain strength? Words have meaning. That's right. I said maintain. And the reason I said maintain is because if you're someone that's been training intelligently with a barbell for any amount of time, this is probably not the time you're going to PR all your lifts, although dad strength is real. So for me, I'm just going after the rules I lay out in a lot of my videos. Hey, I want at least 15 hard reps on whatever lift I'm doing, and I can achieve those in a few different ways. Doesn't have to be sets across. It could be by ascending sets or descending sets. On the last video we recorded, we talked about how much rest between, and I talked about how the rest between sets is a variable. So that's exactly what I've been doing right now. Every Monday since 1775, I have squatted 5x5. It's what I do. As sure as the sun comes up in the morning and the Gamecocks might make the college football playoff, I squat 5x5 on Mondays. Kid, they're probably not gonna make the playoffs, but I still do squat. So my rule right now is when I walk out of my house till I walk back into the house, I wanna be out and back in 40 minutes. As I mentioned, it's a 2-minute walk to the gym. You gotta go in, you gotta put your squat shoes on if you're into that sort of thing, and begin your warm up, which means that I want my workout to be about 30 minutes from start to finish to walking out. So the way I do my 5x5s is an ascending and then back off set. So I'll do 45 for 5, I don't count that. 135 for 5, I count that. 225, 315, 365. Now, if I slept maybe on a 4-hour stretch last night, I'll go ahead and hit 405 for 5. If I didn't, I might do another set at 365 by 5, and then I'll do a back off set, maybe 315 on the way down. When you do 5x5 in this style, you're still accumulating some volume, you're still getting a good amount of reps in, and you're still able to hit some top sets. Now, some of you are gonna think, but Grant, shouldn't you add 5? If you did 365 last Monday for that top or that back off set, shouldn't that be 370? Yes, No, I don't really care, honestly. I'm just trying to make sure I still get in the gym and do something hard. Next workout's pretty easy, hopefully the next day. And it might be something like press, and I'll go into press and I'll do a couple really hard reps that are heavy because I'm no longer most likely pressing 2 to 3 times a week. This may be the only session I get. So I'll go in and hit a double at something heavy. It doesn't matter what the number on the bar is, but something where there's 5 seconds of strain on that second rep, or maybe I hit a triple and then I'll do another set at that same weight that is difficult. And then I'll back off and get a little bit of volume. So for example, last week I went in, I did 225 for 2 sets of 3, and then I went down to 205 and did 3 sets of 5. So now I get 20 total reps across some different loads, some heavy stuff, some, moderately difficult stuff at 3 sets of 5, and I get some volume. Now, on the day that you press or bench press, which we'll cover in just a second, great day to hit a little bit of arms. Can't you just tell how big my arms are? No, but if you're the kind of guy that really enjoys doing cable flies, dumbbells, preacher curls, whatever it is, great day to do them. I don't do them as a Marine. I just want to keep my chin-ups up at all the times. So when I finish pressing a total of 5 sets, maybe 2 top heavy ones, and then the back offs, I'll go in and do some chins. Chins, pull-ups, I'm not talking specifics. One's not better than the other one right now. I tend to do chins, a little bit more bicep, more comfortable for my shoulders, so that's what I do. I don't overthink those, but I try to accumulate volume. I might do like 6 sets of 8. I might do 5 sets of 10, somewhere in that wheelhouse, but I make sure that I get some volume in on top of the press. And the press, because it doesn't take to warm up as long as the squat, you have time to do that. Okay, next workout. I've squatted, I've pressed, and now I'm going into day 3. Maybe I missed a day. Everything doesn't have to be every single day. My rule is not to go 3 days without going to the gym. So if I go on Monday and I miss Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm gonna go again on Thursday. That hasn't happened to me yet. I've always gone when I'm doing one lift, at least after 1 day off. But if it did happen, you would be fine. So I squat Monday, I press Tuesday, maybe I take Wednesday off, and then Thursday I go in and I deadlift. I approach the deadlift in a very similar way that I do the squat. In the squat, I do ascending sets. I'm doing 5s all the way up. Difference in the deadlift is I do a top set that's really heavy and then 2 back off sets of 5. The top set that's really heavy. This week it was 495 by 5. The next time I deadlift, I might do, 525 for a triple. I may feel really good and see if I can pull something heavier for 5. But I do something that is difficult for a set of 5, then strip some weight off and do 2 sets across. Good example might be 495 by 5. Yes, you can do 495 on a bar with the Strength Coach bumpers. The new bumpers have buckshot in them. They're thinner than they ever have been, and you can actually load those suckers up and not max your barbell out at 405. So I do 495 for a set of 5, pull the 45s off, throw on some rubber 25s, and do 455 for 2 sets of 5. The weight doesn't matter. These are just examples of where I'm at in your training. For you, it might be 315 for a top set of 5, and then 2 sets of 5 at 275. What I'm doing is going into the gym, trying to do something that I know is hard, but I'm confident that I can hit because I manage my expectations. And even though I've pulled better things for 5, I'm like, hey, you know what? This weight, 285 for 5 is going to be hard, but I can do it. And I do the top set and then back down. That's the mentality you want when you go in. Now, the deadlift is another day where you're gonna have a little bit more time. So if you wanna do other things that day, you totally can. Again, if you wanna do chest stuff, if you wanna do some accessory work, that's probably just a fine time to do it. For me, I don't usually do that. Deadlift day is my favorite because I can leave my jeans on, walk into the gym, and never even have to change into gym clothes. But if you have a whole hour, you could add in another lift there. You could press again because you took yesterday off. You could go ahead and knock out your bench press. You may look at, what the next days look like and be like, well, I'm not gonna make it for 3 days, so let me go ahead and deadlift and bench. But the deadlift is a day that's gonna be a little bit shorter if you're just doing the top set and 2 back off sets of 5. I think you get the point now. You come to the gym the next day and you do the bench press, right? You do the bench press, you do a similar thing, you work out, do something heavy, and then you do back off sets, 3 sets of 5. The other day I had a little extra time. I did my back offs for 5 by 5, but you're trying to get something that's heavy and hard and then back down and accumulate some volume. Now, I lied to you earlier about the Gamecocks and about 5 by 5s. No, I kid, but I usually do my weeks, I'm very regimented on a 7-day training program. On Mondays, you squat. On Wednesdays, Grant deadlifts. That's how it's always always been. But now I've changed it up a little bit, and I think that's something you need to keep in mind. I see this all the time with our coaching services. Yes, if you're looking for coaches, go to thestrength.co, scroll down to the bottom of the media page and click learn more about coaching. But many a time and many a lifter, the lifter has done their first workout on Monday, they skip Wednesday, and then on Friday, maybe they're supposed to squat and bench, but they only get the squats done and then they get busy, right? And so then now the week cycles. Sunday comes, now it's Monday, and everyone's like, oh, it's Monday. I always squat by 5x5. I'm not saying you can't do that. What I'm saying is if your life and schedule is a little bit crazy right now, you don't have to think this Western mindset, Monday through Friday, the workouts must be done on these days. So for me, I'm just trying to get through each of the lifts on each of the sessions. So I might squat on Monday, press on Tuesday, Wednesday, skip. Thursday, skip. Friday, deadlift. Now it's Saturday, I'm on bench press. Now I'm ready to go again and it's Sunday. Should I go ahead and squat because I've rested the lower body? Don't overthink it. Just make sure you don't skip more than 2 days in a row of getting to the gym, and make sure that when you do that one lift, you make it difficult. Now, here's the problem. I just eliminated all your excuses, especially if you have a home gym. 35 minutes, brother. Are you gonna get the strongest you've ever been? No, but are you gonna be okay when you're wearing your Massonomics beefy, oversized lifting department tee? Yes, you'll be just fine. And as they say, if you blink, they'll be grown. So at some point, whatever stage or thing you're going through in life will calm down, your schedule will get better, and you'll always have to make a choice of, hey, do I prioritize the gym in my life? But if you're actually tight on time, one lift a day, spread out over the week, or until you get through all the lifts, will keep you going. Now, disclaimer, gotta read the fine print. If you are brand new to lifting and also going through something like this, you should probably just go ahead and run the Starting Strength program or Strong Lifts or whichever blog you found as it's designed, because you are not that strong yet. So you can probably get through the lifts relatively quickly. When I teach a new lifter, it's their first time lifting, they read the blue book, they're like, what do I do? I can get them through a full workout A or B from Starting Strength in 45 minutes. So if you're brand new, try to run the program as designed. If you run out of time, if you have some amount of time before it's your turn to go get the bottle or whatever your method is, just axe one of the lifts. So I got through squats and press, I'm out of time, I'll kill the deadlift today. The next day I go in, I'll bench and I'll deadlift. But you may not need to go down to one lift a day if you're new at this, because you can probably still get through your workouts pretty quick. Anyway, that's my thoughts on training as a new dad, how to keep it time efficient. Hope this video helps. If it does, like and subscribe to the channel. Take us to 40,000 subs. We'll see you next time.